Ms. Brown,
Present.
Ms. Holzer,
Present.
Ms. Vey,
Present.
Ms. Britt.
Here.
Madam Chair, we have a quorum.
Great. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to handle that. Whoever that is with the smoke detector, just make sure you're muted because you're gonna drive the chair crazy the whole meeting with that beeping noise. Okay, postponements?
All right.
Yes, Madam Chair, there is one this morning. It is for calendar number 22-115 regarding 1200 West 76th Street. The Shoreway Building LLC owner proposed to erect an additional 10-story apartment building consisting of 73 dwelling units and 183 parking spaces. The applicant has requested a postponement to allow time for him to meet with the community. Based on conversations, they would like to extend it into September. So if you'd like, the end of September is September 26th. The nearest date before that is the 19th and or the 12th. So whichever at your pleasure, Madam Chair.
We'll give them the 26th.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. I think that's all that we have this morning as far as postponements and withdrawals.
All right, thank you. I saw that Councilman Mooney is on the call, so we can start with his case.
Okay.
Listen, hi, everybody. I'll make this simple. I'm fully in support of this project. However, I was notified.
Councilman, we have to, if you're gonna testify, we have to swear you in and stuff.
It's not testifying. However, I was notified by my CDC that they're gonna be asking for a postponement.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I did want to draw attention right to that. Is that true, Chad? Are they here?
Yes, Councilman. I see Adiris Mohammed is in on the call. It looks like he is here via phone. I spoke with him and the architect, and it looks like their architect Anna is on as well.
Yes, I'm here.
We would just, like I said, we would just like a postponement. We want these people to come into this building. I just don't feel that their plan is quite ready for you guys yet. And I'd like to have an opportunity to sit down with them and their architect to make sure that it is.
Okay, Liz, what case number is that? Because we don't have that up.
Sure, it's calendar number 22-122 regarding 12808 Bel Air Road, Somali Bantu Community Cooperation of Cleveland, Inc. Proposed to establish use as a community center with an occupancy of 223 people in a C1 local retail business district. So that is second to last on your agenda.
Okay, well, we need the appellant to ask for the postponement.
Absolutely.
Then we would like to request a postponement. This is Anna Ackland, the architect, working on behalf of the owner.
Okay, and how much time do you need, Anna?
Chad, maybe a month.
I can see no later than that. It depends on how fast your turnaround time is. I can meet any time. I know this is an important project. We really want to get people in this building. It's been underutilized for a long time. So I can put this up front here on my schedule for you.
Likewise, let's do a month, please, if possible.
All right, what do we have 30 days from now, Liz?
So Madam Chair, August 22nd or August 29th?
We'll give them the extra week just to make sure everything is the way it should be. So we'll give them the 29th.
Thank you very
And
much.
thank you. And we'll see you back here on August 29th. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I do not see any other council people, so we will go back to actually, Councilman Harrison is with us, I see.
Yes, I am. Good morning.
Good morning. So, and I believe we're hearing both cases for East 73rd together. So this will be calendar number 22-116 at 872 East 73rd Street, and calendar number 22-117 at 863 East 73rd Street. We also have another case for you, Councilman, but that is at a different address. So we'll hear the two cases, 16 and 117, and I'll read those right now. WRJ Developers owner proposes to erect a 24-foot by 40-foot two-story steel container two-family residence with a detached one-story steel carport in a C1 multifamily residential district. The owner appeals for relief from the strict application of the Cleveland Codified Ordinances as stated in the agenda and the public record. Calendar number 22-117 is essentially the same information. And of note, both have 4 variances. They're seeking. Of note, number 4 on each is section 341.02B, which states that city planning approval is required before issuance of permits. And with that, we'll go to Ms. Brown for the oath.
Good morning. I'm swearing in all who are present for this case. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the whole truth and nothing but the truth? Please raise your hand. Reply, I do. State your name and your address, please.
I do. Councilman Anthony Harrison, 601 Lakeside.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, others who are here for this case, please swear in.
I do. Isabel Fitzpatrick Myers, 5401 Hamilton Avenue.
I do. Richard Singleton, WRJ Developers, address 32561 Northborough Oak.
Okay, anyone else? Madam Chair.
Thank you. History of the property, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. There's been no change in the zoning since 1929. Thought the most pertinent information for these addresses are that for address 872 East 73rd Street in 2013, a permit was issued to demolish a 2.5-story 3-dwelling unit. And for address of 863 East 73rd Street, a permit was issued in 2012 to demolish a 2.5-story 1-family dwelling. That's all that I have for you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Legal standard, please.
Good morning, Madam Chair. My name is Tim Hewen, Assistant Director of Law Substituting for Board Counsel Mary Cornerly. Madam Chair, members of the board, appellant is requesting area variances from the minimum lot area, maximum gross floor area, front yard setback, and fencing regulations of the zoning code. To obtain the area variances, appellant must prove that denying the request, 1, will create a practical difficulty not generally shared by other land or buildings in the same district. 2, will deprive the appellant of substantial property rights. And 3, that granting the variances will not be contrary to the purpose and intent of the zoning code. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, who will be the spokesperson for this case?
I will. Isabel Fitzpatrick Myers with Architecture Office. We have the intent of building a 24 by 40 by 19 foot tall shipping container duplex on each of these sites. We're requesting that the minimum lot width for these sites be raised from 40 to 50 feet for a 2-family home. The front yard setback was addressed with an overlay district in January of 2021 that granted us a front yard setback of a minimum, of 7 feet. That's what we're asking for. We're previously granted a variance for this similar project at 860 East 73rd Street, which is currently under construction.
Okay, and Shannon, you said in the chat that which variance is not needed, number 2?
Yes, there's no there's no front yard setback needed. We instituted a 7-foot map setback along the east and west sides of East 73rd Street for this specific project. And then this project also went through a full design review and city planning process and was approved through city planning.
Great, thank you. All right, well, that's pretty much what I needed to know, because you know how I feel about these front yard setbacks. So it's great. All right, so let me look at, so now we're just looking at the
This
minimum
is
lot
a,
area and gross
Mhm.
floor area. Okay,
yes, our lot area is 3,600 square feet for both lots. Both are 40 feet wide and 90 feet deep. You can see on your screen right now, this is the site map for both projects. Technically, the 863 lot is mirrored across the street.
got it. Okay. Richard, did you want to add anything?
No, nope, I'm good. Thank you.
All right, Councilman?
Good morning, everyone. Councilman Anthony Harrison here, Ward 10. Just wanted to hop on and offer my support for this project. As noted, that this board and that the City Planning Department and Planning Commission Design Review and the CDC for this area, FAMICOs, along with myself, have all been working together to help bring this project along. This is the first new of anything construction in the St. Clair Superior area in quite some time. And so we are just excited that these group of talented brothers have come along and chose this area to invest in. And we are happy again to support the project. And so we're just asking for the board support. Thank you.
Thank you. Shannon, I know you gave us a little history there, but I'm assuming officially that city planning supports this.
Yes, ma'am. City planning supports this project. We helped them through this process with the front yard setback. And then I remember going through the design review process with Ms. Watley when she was here.
All right. Board, any questions?
Just to reiterate, variance number 2 is not necessary. Is that correct?
That's correct.
On both of them? All right, great.
Mhm.
If we don't have any other questions from my colleagues, I'll move ahead.
Go ahead.
All right. Hearing testimony for this project has support of Councilman Hairston, support of the CDC, and support of city planning, who has guided the project through its development. I move that we go ahead and approve the variances 1, 3, and 4 is city planning approval. So we're looking at 1 and 3 then for approval of variances.
All right, can I have a second, please?
Board Member Holder, second.
Ms. Holzer with the second. Go ahead, call the roll.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and we are doing both cases at this time. I'm not sure if I heard.
Yes, we
We are. I don't think I
Yes.
heard that either. Thank you.
Excellent, thank you. Ms. Barnes,
Ms. Barnes, yes.
Ms. Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Holzer,
Yes.
Ms. Faith,
Yes.
Ms. Britt.
Yes.
Calendar numbers 22-116 and 22-117 are granted. They will be ratified next Monday, and we will send the appellant a letter.
All right, thanks, everyone. Good luck on the project.
Thank you.
Okay, while we have Councilman Hairston with us, as a courtesy, when we have council people, we move their cases to the front of the agenda in the order in which they arrive. So we will do calendar number 22-118 next. This is at 14930 St. Clair Avenue. This is the 5 Point Shopping Center LLC owner and Jermaine Singleton proposed to establish use as an assembly entertainment party/banquet hall in an A1 shopping center district. The following, shopping center district. The owner appeals for relief from the strict application of the Cleveland Codified Ordinances as stated in the agenda and the public record, and of which there are two. And with that, we'll go to Ms. Brown for the oath.
I am swearing in all who are present for this case. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the whole truth and nothing but the truth? Please raise your hand, reply, I do. State your name and your address, please.
I do. Cynthia Brookins, 15614 St. Clair Avenue.
I do. Councilman Anthony Harrison, 601 Lakeside.
Anyone else? Okay, Madam Chair.
Is the appellant here?
I'm here, Jermaine Singleton.
Okay, you have to be sworn in.
I gotta raise your right hand.
Okay, sir, do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes,
Please raise your hand, reply, I do. State your name and your address.
I do. The address
Your
14930.
name and your address, please.
My house address or the building address?
Your home address, sir.
Jermaine Singleton, 1121 East 72nd Street, Cleveland, Ohio, 44103.
Thank you,
You're welcome.
Madam Chair.
Thank you. History of the property, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The most important information here in this case is that in calendar number 21-0136, in September of 2021, a variance was granted for this address to establish use as a banquet, assembly, entertainment, and party hall in the C2 Shopping Center District. This variance was granted with the conditions or with the understanding that alcohol will not be allowed, and with the following conditions, those being that all events will end by midnight and security will be provided at every event. Madam Chair, the variance rights were not acted on in this case, and therefore they expired. So there are no permits or certificates of occupancies for this address at this time.
That's what I thought. This looked very familiar to me. Okay.
Me too. I remember.
All right. Okay. Legal standard, please.
Madam Chair, members of the board, appellant is requesting use variances from the regulations of the zoning code. To obtain the use variances, appellant must prove that denying the request, one, will result in an unnecessary hardship particular to the property such that there will be no economically feasible use of the property without the variances. Two, will deprive the appellant of substantial property rights. And three, that granting the variances will not be contrary to the purpose and intent of the zoning code.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Singleton, what's going on here? Are you looking to renew so you can move forward, or are you changing what you previously wanted to do?
Yes, looking to renew to move forward.
So everything that was presented in your previous case is the exact same?
Yes.
Liz, is that it? Is that the fact? We have the exact same application?
I believe so, yes, Madam Chair.
Okay. All right, so, all right, Mr. Singleton, let us know what happened, why your variance expired.
Well, I'm a new tenant. The variance was for somebody before me, and they just told me to pick up from where they left off when I went to the city of Cleveland.
Okay. All right, Liz, does that matter, that it's a new owner, even though the same thing is, they want to do the exact same thing?
No, it just the variance rights goes with the address.
With the building,
Right.
yeah.
We can't, we couldn't approve a variance based on the ownership in the last case, and we can't do that in this case either.
Yeah, I knew that. I just wanted to make sure that didn't affect anything moving forward. Okay. All right, Mr. Singleton. So just explain briefly, what you want to do. I think we get the gist of it if it's the exact same thing, but go ahead and tell us.
Well, I was working with some different groups. I wanted to do NAAA meetings there. I have some people that's connected with Cleveland Clinic. They would like to do modeling there. Did they nonprofit, and also do birthday parties and baby showers and repasses where families can gather together after a funeral.
So you still want to have event space, and are you aware of the conditions we had previously, as far as the zoning is concerned?
No.
Liz, can you read those?
Sure, give me 1 minute. So the official conditions in this case were that all events will end by midnight and that security will be provided at every event. And then there is a note that the appellant had agreed to not allow alcohol at the events, but that is not a condition that we can make on that case.
Right. So, Mr. Singleton, are you amenable to making sure your events end by midnight and having security?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Ms. Brookings?
Oh, yes, good morning. So I had spoken to him when he first had acquired the property to let him know that he needed to, apply with the city to get an occupancy permit. And he did not, do that at the time and had started to have events there at the facility. And I was unaware of, the extra things he was doing. All I know is he had a, birthday party and the repasses. So, and then I also had talked to the building owner, to let him know that he needed to apply for, the necessary permits to continue his business. So, I had let him know, but he didn't do it until, they had a little incident there. And after that, then he decided to, apply for the permit. There's a couple of businesses who were a little worried about him being there because of the incident that happened. And we don't know if he is connected with it or not, but it was at his facility. So at this time, the CDC is not in favor of approving this.
Thank you. Councilman?
Good morning again, Councilman Anthony Harrison, Ward 10. So, no, I am not in support of the new applicant to occupy the space here at East 152nd Street. Yes, we did come before this committee with support for the previous applicant. Because of many of the reasons that you all have stated were conditions, that applicant went through a full process. She met with the CDC, she met with residents, she met with myself, and really talked out months ahead of her time applying for the variance to occupy the space before she decided to move forward. She came with a tremendous track record of providing safe events. She provided most events, as she said to the board before, most events for families, baby showers, and other type of events. She had no problem with not serving alcohol because that was not the audience that she was targeting. She also indicated that she would have she agreed to have, sorry about that. She had police at every event that she would occur there. And unfortunately, that has not been the case with this young man here. Once the illegal signs went up, the banners on the building saying that this new facility was here, the CDC immediately reached out. I contacted the CDC to say, hey, do we know who this business is? Are they they're legally, are they open? So the CDC, as Cynthia Brookins said, reached out to the applicant to find out whether they had in fact gone through the process. I actually reached out to zoning myself to see what had occurred with the previous applicant and whether the variance had gone through. I also contacted Building and Housing. They all indicated to me no, that the process did not continue because of the original applicant did not follow through. And the reason the original applicant did not follow through is because she has some life issues that occurred between applying for the variance and at that time, and so she decided to move on with the process. And so that was my understanding, but I wanted to be certain that was the case and that it did not go through once this new applicant appeared at the site. So fast forward, if you all recall, there was a shooting incident about a month or two ago, about 2 months ago at 152nd Street at a party where 3 or 4 individuals were shot. This is the location that was operating illegally. Even after the building inspector went to visit, because I called the building housing director, after they visited the applicant, he continued to have parties there, continued to have events there when he knew that the place was open illegally. The CDC asked, listen, you may want to stop having events until you get the correct paperwork in order to operate legally. He declined. He continued to operate as he has since he was notified that the place was open illegally. So I have no faith, the residents have no faith that this applicant will be a good partner, a good neighbor for this neighborhood, and we don't support it.
All right, thank you, Councilman.
Thank you.
All right. I open it up to the board for any questions. Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
None, I'll move forward, Madam Chair. Given the testimony we've heard today from the CDC and the councilman, pretty strong opposition to this, I move that we deny the variances for case number 22-118.
Can I have a second, please?
Second.
Ms. Barnes with the second. Go ahead, call the roll.
Ms. Brown? Ms. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Holzer?
Yes.
Ms. Barnes?
Yes.
Ms. Faith?
Yes.
Ms. Britt?
Yes.
Calendar 22-118 is denied. It'll be ratified next week, and we will send the appellant a letter.
All right, thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Councilman.
Thank you.
Moving on to, just double checking we don't have any other council people on. All right, moving on to calendar number 22-121. This is at 3911 John Avenue. Brian Musty, owner, proposes to construct an addition to an existing 1,675 square foot single family residence on a 4,160 square foot lot. The owner appeals for relief from the strict application of the Cleveland Codified Ordinance as stated in the agenda and the public record, of which there is one. To Ms. Brown for the oath.
I am swearing in all who are present for this case. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the whole truth and nothing but the truth? Please raise your hand, reply I do, state your name and your address, please.
I do. Emily Musty, 3911 John Ave.
I do. Antonia Marinucci, the architect, 4014 Whitman Avenue.
I do. Don Pettit, 601 Lakeside Avenue.
Okay, Madam Chair.
Thank you. History of the property, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. There's been no change in the zoning since 1929. In our Records Administration Office, we found that in 1941, a permit was issued to enlarge a basement. Then in the more recent history, we found that in 1997, there were exterior alterations to an existing 3 dwelling. And then there's a certificate of disclosure that was issued in December of 2020, stating that the authorized use of the property is as 2-family. And that's all I have for you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Legal standard, please.
Madam Chair, members of the board, appellant is requesting an area variance from the maximum gross floor area regulation of the zoning code. To obtain the area variance, appellant must prove that denying the request, 1, will create a practical difficulty not generally shared by other land or buildings in the same district, 2, will deprive the appellant of substantial property rights, and 3, that granting the variance will not be contrary to the purpose and intent of the zoning code.
Thank you. All right, who will be the spokesperson for this case?
I will. Antonia Marinucci, the architect on the project.
Okay, Ms. Marinucci, go ahead.
I'm here representing my clients, Brian and Emily Musty. We are proposing a renovation to the existing historic structure, including a substantial renovation, a gut renovation that includes an addition. The current property, the house is in structural disrepair. So we are going to be maintaining the front portion of the property per the historic district requirements, and then adding on towards the middle to the rear of the property in order to both remedy the structural issues as well as give them more livable square footage. It will be converted from a 2-family back to a 1-family as the original intent of the original structure was. So we have a certificate of appropriateness issued from the Landmarks Commission that we acquired last September. And we have not received any opposition from neighbors to our knowledge. So we are proposing the resultant property will be 62% of the lot, which is pretty substandard, as most in Ohio City are.
Yeah, it looks like it's kind of shotgun, so it goes straight back kind of lot. Gotcha. All right, Mr. Pettit.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just to confirm that the Landmarks Commission approved the project on September 9th of 2021. We think it's a very sensitive restoration. We also feel that the scale of the addition is appropriate to the property and the neighborhood context. So we support the project and have no objection to the variances. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Musty, is there anything you wanted to add to that?
No, they nailed it.
Okay. All right, board members, any questions?
Hearing no questions, Madam Chair, I'll move forward with a motion with the support of Landmarks. And I think we're in agreement with Mr. Pettit's summary that this is a sensitive.
Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't have city planning, so Shannon.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll let
Okay.
city planning chime in.
Yeah.
We support the variance request. This is a typical variance in this area due to the substandard lot size. So we support this project and the variances.
Thank you. Okay, now Ms. Faith, I just
Okay.
realized that we forgot about Shannon. You
That's
gotta
all
like yell. You gotta yell at me like, "Yo, you didn't hear from city planning." Okay.
It's okay. All right, I'll remember.
And we sort of figured that that was going to be city planning's statement. So,
Right.
but thanks for giving us your recommendation, Shannon. So back to the motion with the approval and testimony of city planning and the Landmarks Committee and Mr. Pettit's summary that this is a sensitive addition and is typical actually of what we see in this neighborhood, this in Ohio City. I move that we go ahead and approve this variance for calendar number 22-121.
Can I have a second, please?
Ms. Barnes, second.
Ms. Barnes with the second. Go ahead, call the roll.
Ms. Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Holzer,
Yes.
Ms. Barnes,
Yes.
Ms. Faith,
Yes.
Ms. Britt.
Yes.
Calendar 22-121 is granted. It'll be ratified next Monday, and we will send the appellant a letter.
Thank you all.
Good
All right,
luck with
good
your
luck with everything.
project.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, moving on to our last case of the day, Madam Chair. This was postponed from May 16th of 2022. This is calendar number 22-053 at 1807 Auburn Avenue. Guardian City Investments owner proposes to change use of an existing two-family residence to a two-story, three-family residence in a C1 multifamily residential district. The owner appeals for relief from the strict application of the Cleveland Codified Ordinances as stated in the agenda and the public record. Of note, the first postponement of this case was made at the request of the councilman to allow time for further review. The second postponement was made at the request of the appellant. And now to Ms. Brown for the oath.
I am swearing in all who are present for this case. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the whole truth and nothing but the truth? Please raise your hand. Reply, I do. State your name and your address, please. Who's here for this case?
Corey Reardon from Tremont West. I'm here, but I don't know that the appellant is. I do.
Well.
Madam Chair, we did have issues with the excuse me, the email addresses for the owner. They were, one was, we received an automatic message saying that they were no longer with the company. I think the other one was bounced back. There is an architect on the property that we did email him, and I know that that went through, wasn't bounced back. So that's what I have as far as possible attendees.
All right, well, they're not here, so we'll keep it moving. Thanks for spending your day with us, Mr. Reardon.
Always a pleasure.
Bye, Corey.
We should officially dismiss this case, please.
Yes.
Yes.
We will officially dismiss calendar number 22-053.
And that
Second.
moves us on to old business, Madam Chair.
All right, old business 1 through 8 without objection.
Without objection.
Without objection here.
Without objection.
Okay,
All right.
and that's it.
Unless Liz has anything else.
Nope, not at this time.
Okay.
All right, well, this is to make up for the
Yeah.
slog we had last week.
Last
You
week.
know, so things balance out sometime. All right, everyone have a good week.
Thank you.
Too.
Thank you.
Thank you, you too.
Bye, everyone.
Good day.
Bye.